How's it going? Welcome to episode 4 of Jerky Time. The day after our move, and I would be telling a fib if I didn't say that I was hard pressed to do this video, but I have to keep a schedule, and so we're going to go ahead and start the jerky and get it rolling. I can say I'm super tired. We moved yesterday, got done late last night, been working all day, but carved out some time to do this. So my local store, my new local store, doesn't carry the top round like I was getting at my other store. So what we're going to do tonight is we're going to work with this London broil here. And I'm going to go ahead and cut the chunks of it up and then go ahead and freeze it in about 20 minutes, as you know, you see up here. Actually, it's up here. The card pointing towards episode 2, where I detail why I do this part, will detail the cutting process. But we're going to go and freeze this. We're going to slice it very thin. And we're going to marinate it. Now tonight's marinade is called full flavored jerky, and basically per pound this is 2.5 tablespoons of brown sugar, 1.5 tablespoons of white sugar, a tablespoon of ginger, garlic, soy sauce, and tarragon. Got all that? We're going to freeze this, we're going to slice it, then we're going to marinate it, and then tomorrow we will dry it out. So let's go ahead and do this up and get this party started. Alright, so we've cut the London broil up. It's got a little more marbling than what I'm used to. It's very soft meat, though. It had to freeze it a little bit longer to get it firm enough to cut, but I was able to cut it pretty thin. Seems like it's going to be an extremely tender jerky, so we're going to find out pretty soon, tomorrow. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and mix up the ingredients for the marinade. Alright, so because we had 2 pounds of meat here, we're going to be doubling the recipe, so let's start with 5 tablespoons of brown sugar. One. Two. A little more than 2. 3. 4. I went over on most of these, so I'm going to do like a half here. So 5. That's 5 tablespoons of brown sugar. 3 tablespoons of white sugar. I'm going to use regular table sugar. 3. 1 tablespoon of ginger. 1 garlic clove crushed. Now I don't have any garlic cloves. Just not in the cards for this time around with the move and all. But we're gonna use some garlic granules. Garlic granules. I'm gonna just do a tablespoon, I guess. I don't know. I didn't do quite a tablespoon. It didn't felt like it was getting to be too much, so I did about 2/3 of a tablespoon. And now 2 tablespoons of tarragon. All right, First time I've ever used tarragon, so tablespoon this shit up. One. Two. All right. And 1 cup soy sauce. Mix this up. Ooh, strong. Right. Let's get this in the bag, get this marinating. Good about that. Alright, what do you think, huh? Get the air out of this and get this in the fridge. You know, I'm not thrilled with that seal, but you know what? Putting it in anyway. Let's do it. Alright, there we go. The full flavored jerky's in the fridge. Tomorrow, we'll get it dehydrating. We'll see how it turns out. It smells funky. We're going to see soon. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. Alright, you know the routine. It's the next day. It's Sunday. We're going to go ahead and load up this dehydrator. Now, we're going to be doing a one-camera thing here because I can't find the charger for my other camera. That's part of the side effects of moving. So, but we have the dehydrator set up. We have our meat ready to go. We're going to load this up and let's get started with this. One of the things I'm going to do is not dab off so much of the stuff because this is highly sugar based, and I feel like before that it's possible that they may have dabbed off the sugar, and it's just because we couldn't taste it, you know, the last time I did brown sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and put all this out onto this plate. Trying to avoid making a mess here. We're in much more confined space at the moment. I think that's it. Now I must say, this smells stronger and much different than anything we've made before. But let's load this up and give it a try. Now remember, this is London broil. This isn't the top round. This may be our new go-to, depending on, you know, how it feels for tenderness and all that. It's got a little more marbling, but it also seemed to be really soft, so it may be a lot more tender. All right. There we have it. So it's in. We are pushing the button. This looks amazing. It's got the tarragon on it, so it's speckled with green floofy things, and smells interesting. I don't know that I've ever, let me get better light here. I don't know that I've ever smelled jerky like that before. So I don't know what to expect, but we're gonna hopefully see what it looks like in a little bit. We'll check back in a couple hours. We'll see how it's doing. All right, see ya. All right, been a couple hours. Smells very interesting. Here's what it looks like. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate the trays here. Share that with me here as I one camera this, as I said. Seems interesting. All right, there we go. We are going to let that go for, I guess, a little while longer. See how long it takes for it to start looking done. Different kind of meat, so I'm not sure it's going to be the same time frame, but you know what? We'll just keep an eye on it. We'll wing it like we always do. All right, see you in a few. Okay, so I'm making a little bit of dinner here, and was watching the jerky. Looks like it's getting pretty done, so we're going to give it a try here. Here. All right. Wow, it's very sweet. So some of this is clearly done. I don't think it's quite ready to come off yet. Sorry, I'm talking with my mouth full. It's actually really tasty. Yeah, so because of the nature of this particular cut of meat, I think we're going to leave it a little bit longer before we start pulling stuff off. It's chewy, but it's tender. It's very tasty, and you can definitely taste the sweet on it this time. Let's go one more hour, and then we'll start pulling some of this off, and probably, there's a lot of thicker pieces. We'll have to leave them on for a little bit longer, but let's go ahead and get started with these in about an hour. All right, well, looks like it's all pretty much done. We've kind of tasted it. It seems different than normal jerky. The flavor is sweet. The tarragon has an interesting flavor. I don't really know what to say about it. It's good. It's different, but it's done. And I'm going to go ahead and bag it up and have it ready for tomorrow. Some of the pieces may be a little thick, and if they are, we'll keep them on maybe overnight. I don't know. But either way, this episode is done. Sorry it might not have been as great. Okay, good as the other ones, but you have to give me a little bit of credit. I did just move, and I was scrambling for stuff. So, all right, we'll see you in 2 weeks for episode 5, and maybe that will be hopefully a more traditional batch. I don't know what the recipe is yet. We'll let you know then. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. We'll talk to you later.